Finding the best lighting available is key to getting a great speaking shot in your travel vlogs. A perfectly lit shot not only makes you look and feel more confident on camera, it sets the stage for all the beautiful scenery and imagery that you're going to be showing off while filming a destination. So today I'm going to go over a few tips and techniques that you can utilize to get amazing lighting in these talking head vlog shots, and I'll also talk about some lighting that you should avoid. By the end of this video, you'll know of several options to help you create a bright, flattering look in travel vlogs, all without the use of any fancy studio lights, because we're traveling, of course. Hi friends, welcome back to AMaeTV, where I produce travel videos and provide video production instruction to help you level up your travel vlogging skills. I'm Alicia and I am addicted to lighting. In fact, I've got a light right here. We will talk about that in a second, but the first thing I will say is that I do understand when you're travel vlogging, you're going to have minimal gear and you're going to have to utilize what's around you. So most of the time when you're outside, what are you going to depend on? The sun! When it comes to the sun, you've got to be careful because there are different ways to utilize it. A lot of people tend to think that bright sunlight is the best thing in the world and that's what you should definitely film in, but it is not the case. There is a huge difference between direct sunlight, diffused sunlight, and shade. So let's talk about those. So here we have bright sunlight, and you can see this not only forces me to squint, it creates the shadows on my face, right, like under my eyebrows and everywhere else because it is so direct. So sunlight is really only great in the early morning hours of the day and right before sunset. This is actually called the golden hour, right before sunset and right after sunrise, because the lighting is really golden. This was shot at golden hour. Of course it's color graded with my LUTs, but here it is without the LUT applied. It's still quite beautiful. And of course, if you'd like to learn more about how to get awesome color using my LUTs, just check out the website for some info. So generally, it's better to head to either the shade or a more diffused lighting situation. So what's the difference? Shade is literally where the sun is being blocked by something, like trees or a building, or, I mean, you guys know what shade is. So when you're in shade, you're going to have just like an overall darker setting. For example, this is tree shade. Tree shade can sometimes be spotty. This is a very good example of this. So you're kind of in the shade, but you're kind of not. And similar to direct sunlight, you're getting a lot of this splotchiness. So here's a better example of shade. I just stepped into the garage, and because there's no sunlight coming in at all, everything is dark and kind of mucky, and because there's no sunlight on anything, there's no real pops of anything beautiful. So we're gonna go for something even better. Diffused lighting. Diffused lighting is the very best of them all. What it is generally is bright light that has kind of been filtered, scattered a bit to become diffused. So nothing is super direct. So if you look at those studio lights, they'll always have a diffusing filter on them, which just kind of softens things a bit. You'll often hear people say, oh, don't go out and film on a sunny day, go out and film or do photography on a cloudy day. And what they mean is not a cloudy, gloomy day, because then everything in the environment will look kind of drab. What you want is a bright, sunny day where the sun is definitely in the sky, but the clouds are just thin enough to kind of diffuse it so it's bright but diffused. Some other ways you can achieve this if you don't have that perfect day of weather, which we often don't, is screens. So next to either a window or even just a screen, so I'm in my like screened-in pool, the screen will just provide diffusion. And now I'm on my back porch, so again, I'm surrounded by screens, and again, I've got diffusion. By the way, the reason I have so many screens is because I am in Florida and mosquitoes are kind of an issue. Now I'm gonna go over to this corner of the yard and just kind of show you how that looks. This is a really good corner of the yard. It provides a lot of really nice diffused light. So it's still bright, even though it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like behind the sun. So right now the sun is up here and it's kind of behind the trees. So everything is still bright enough in the sky, but it's not like a fully shaded corner, it's an open corner, but the light is bouncing off of things. So again, diffused light. So now you know what to look for. You want diffused light. You can find it through screens, you can find it through windows, you can find it when the sun is behind clouds or just kind of behind trees, but you're still in an open environment. I'm gonna tell you the best way to find the best light without really overthinking it. The best way when you're travel vlogging to find the best light is to simply open up your, viewfinder, if you have a Canon, and do just a little spin. So we're gonna just go like this. We're gonna do a slow spin and we're gonna see right now we got this like funky side lighting, not good. Oh my God, terrible. Backlit, weird front lit, not good, not good. Side lighting, lots of harsh shadows. I would say either super bright, yeah, it's kind of like diffused just because the light's everywhere right now. Another interesting thing, which is a good example right here, is backlighting. So when you are backlit, it is going to create this haze, and real videographers, cinematographers will say, oh no, backlighting, it's not good. But it has like an artistic element to it, and you can definitely utilize it. If you're not really feeling your look on camera, just go backlit. Just be like, oh my gosh, I haven't had my coffee yet. The sun just came up, so this is how I'm gonna talk to you. And I think it looks cool. You know, it's a style thing, it's up to you. Now, even if you've done your spin and you've found the best lighting, I hate to tell you that especially when it applies to travel vlogging, the world has a way of delivering to you the perfect backdrop when you're in like the worst lighting, or you've got the best lighting, but that's when there's like a concrete wall behind you. So you're going to encounter these problems, and if you really want to step up your game, we're gonna talk about filling in the shadows in the bad lighting. Okay, so we're back to this spot over here. The lighting here isn't doing anything good for me. We've got like some shadows, it's just like mucky, except the background does look good. So a situation like this, where we need to fill in some of these shadows and just make things prettier, we can utilize a nice portable LED light. So when I place this guy here, kind of like right under the lens or right above the lens, you know, things are looking pretty good. It's filling in the shadows, it's giving me like a nice warm glow. And I know I said no fancy studio lights, but with this light, you can absolutely travel with it. It's very, very, very simple to use, very easy setup. It comes with a rechargeable battery. It's a very flat panel, so it fits in this nice little case. It's not, you know, delicate or fragile or anything like that, so you may even not need the case. You could probably just throw it in your camera bag or throw it in your purse. And while it may not be a necessity travel vlogging, it definitely gives those sit down, talk to the camera moments a lot of extra just oomph as far as making things look pretty. I probably should have mentioned by now that this video is filmed on the Canon M50, which is what I use for most of my vlogging these days. And right now it's actually got the Rode mic mounted on top. So for the purpose of this demonstration, I wanted to keep things fluid and be able to move this light around. So I've kind of just got this grip on the light where I'm holding it underneath the camera, and it actually works out pretty well. By the way, as always, I will put a link to this light and all the gear that I'm talking about here in the video description below and on the blog at AMaeTV. They are affiliate links, so I get a small portion of the sales at no additional cost to you, which is awesome because it lets me buy more video production gear to share with you guys and talk to you guys about, so you can find the perfect thing that is really going to help you with your travel vlogging. And although I would definitely travel, but maybe just like by car with this light, I don't know if I'd go backpacking with it, I do have a smaller option that might be a much better option for real portability for travel vlogging. So this is called the Loon Cube, and this is a very exciting company. They are headquartered in San Diego, where I used to live. I actually have a vlog where I go and visit the company's headquarters if you really want to learn more about the Loon Cube. But what you'd probably want to know for the purpose of this video is that it is also a very powerful LED light. So you charge this guy up, you can mount it. Oh, and by the way, I didn't say this on the other light. It's got a cold shoe mount, so you can mount it on top of your camera if you have like an M50 or any camera with a cold shoe mount. You're gonna have to choose between the mic and the light, unless you get one of these splitters, which will actually give you two cold shoe mounts, so you can mount both things. So you can mount that on top of your camera and just have a nice beacon of bright light on your face at all times. Oh, this thing is bright. It's kind of amazing how bright and strong this thing is for its size. I mean, it's literally smaller than a GoPro. It's like a GoPro Cube. Anyway, it's totally worth throwing in your bag, even if you are backpacking, because if you need some light and you don't have light, this is gonna come in super handy. It also works well with photography, and it is also waterproof, which is a really cool feature of it. You could have a GoPro and then you could light up something underwater. I've always wanted to use this in an underwater setting, and I think this summer is gonna be the summer because I plan to do a lot of underwater stuff. And actually, what I really wanted to tell you guys is that Loon Cube is having a flash sale. They just emailed me and told me about this. I'm also an affiliate for them. This video isn't sponsored by them or anything like that, but I want to tell you about their flash sale because they're having a 15% off for 2 days only, April 29th and 30th. So that's Monday and Tuesday, 15% off. And I'm going to put my custom code in the video description down there so you can go check out Loon Cube. Use my code, grab one if you want one. If not, that's totally cool too. At least you know about it. So when you do start thinking about getting a light to really level up your travel vlogs, you will know that Loon Cube is a good go-to, as well as the LED light that I showed you before. And if you aren't going to use any of those lights, you can always rely on the sun. Just remember, look for that diffused lighting. That's the good stuff. Come here, sweetheart. Come see my lights. Who's that?
Ella.
Ella, that's right. The Loon Cube is also great for bribing your children to come over and be in the ending of your video. Do you guys remember the days where she was just a baby and would just lay in my arms while I filmed videos? Yeah, those days are over. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Let me know what are your lighting tricks for travel vlogging, and if you've learned anything here. Let me know what other sorts of videos you would like to see, other ways that I can help you level up your travel vlogging skills. If you have not yet downloaded my free PDF document, which is my top 10 travel vlogging tips, definitely do so. I was just rereading it the other day, and there's definitely some really relevant, really good tips in there that I've never talked about on this YouTube channel, so it's like a new source of free content for you guys. If you're not yet in my Facebook group, Travel Film Friends, I would love to see you guys over there. I'll put a link for that below as well. It's a place where us travel vloggers can all discuss our craft and kind of learn from each other, critique each other's videos. At least this is my vision for the group anyway. We're getting it going, but we've got a good substantial base of people that are wanting to talk about travel vlogging. So if you would like to be one of those people, I would love for you to be one of those people. Besides that, I've got new videos every Sunday, so if you're not yet a subscriber here on AMaeTV, you're gonna wanna subscribe and also hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!
Say bye.
Bye.
Isn't she an angel? Let's see what this thing can do. Underwater. Shine the light on your ducky. Is it fun? Oh my gosh, it makes an awesome bath time toy. Is that cool? It's kind of funny because in the vlog that I mentioned where I go to the Loon Cube offices in San Diego and visit them, I had little Ella in my belly. Can you say Loon Cube?
Oh, good.